Welcome to A Walk to End Shame, guys. Thank you everyone for coming out. In 2011, there was a police officer who told a group of young women, basically, don't dress like a slut and you won't get raped. We didn't really like that too much. So the officer's very specific word choice of saying don't dress like a slut and you won't get raped is why we are called Slutwalk. We should be allowed to dress however we want and not become the victim of a crime. Slutwalk has been working since 2011 to end victim blaming, slut shaming, and the epidemic of rape culture in our society. As a survivor, I dealt with my own shame, I dealt with my own guilt. I actually didn't tell anyone that I was raped for 6 months after it happened because it was someone I knew. I must have done something to make them think that it was okay. That's not the case. If you don't want to have sex with someone, whether it's someone you know, whether it's someone you don't know, whether you were drinking, it's not your fault.
Whatever we wear, wherever we go, yes means yes, no means no. Whatever we wear, wherever we go, yes means yes.
And I applaud you today for coming out on this beautiful Saturday morning to take a stand and to say that it's not the victim's fault, that no matter what a person is wearing or how a person is perceived, it's never the victim's fault that someone perpetrates violence against them. And I thank you for making that a priority and for taking a stand and lending your voice to the fight against sexual violence.
Rape culture is not a woman's problem. It's everyone's problem. Rape culture defines women as objects and men as animals. When a woman is told, "What did you expect?" we need to take that as an insult, because what that's also saying is, what did you expect when that animal was there? What did you expect when that rape machine was there? This is not a women's issue. This is a people issue.
When you report a rape to the police and have a rape kit done, you're viewed as a crime scene. Every piece of your clothing is taken from your body and put into brown evidence bags. While you're laying naked and exposed on a hospital bed, evidence is plucked, scraped, swabbed, and combed off of your person. You're given an internal exam and a shot to prevent you from contracting sexually transmitted diseases. This process takes hours. And I ID'd my rapist from 3 separate mugshots, and he was arrested that night standing in a closet hiding on top of the clothes that he had worn that night. When I arrived at the district attorney's office, I was told I did not appear victim-like enough. I had no idea what victim-like clothing is, but apparently it's modest clothing that hides as much skin as possible. Long skirts, turtlenecks, and long sleeves. No makeup, no nail polish, flat shoes. I was asked about my sexual activity, the color of my underwear, and even where I bought them. That line of questioning was meant to imply that I was not dressed as I normally would, because I wasn't, at the request of the district attorney's office. In fact, how I was dressed should not have even played even a tiny factor in whether or not I was raped. Rape culture assumes that the way a woman dresses and behaves contributes to her victimization.
If you think my low-cut shirt or my short skirt give you permission to gawk and flirt, don't even think about it. Don't even try, because I refuse to be objectified. Do not judge me based on how I dress. It's not an invitation. My clothes cannot say yes.
We expect it when we go out to the clubs for women to face violence. As my best friend and many of the women here can attest, you walk into a nightclub intending just to go dancing, and it's a countdown that begins. Who's going to be the first one to come put his hands on me? Who's going to be the first one who's not going to let me go? Who's going to call me names as I try to detach myself from whatever guy in the room has decided that not only do I need to dance with him, but I need to entertain him. We are not statistics, we are not sit reps, we are not police reports, we are not in other cities, we are standing right here in front of you, and we are not going to be quiet anymore.
My name is Rachel. I'm the director of Slutwalk Baltimore. You might be asking, how does society forgive rape? How could you think that? Everyone hates rapists. I mean, our society has created what we call rape culture. I mean, the environment our society has created places blame for a crime on the victim of said crime instead of the actual criminal. It's places like Steubenville, and it's simple really. Rapists cause rape, not miniskirts, not cocktails. I want to thank everyone for their support of our Walk to End Shame this year. Slutwalk has become a worldwide movement, working to end victim blaming and slut shaming, and to raise cultural awareness about sexual assault and change cultural attitudes so that we can end sexual violence. We stand united for all survivors, gay, straight, trans, bi, queer, non-binary, black, white, orange, purple, whatever you are, we are still fighting for you.